Hey friends, so I'm going to try and continue to go through the questions that people have asked me in my last request for topics. And Rajni Arora asked how to stay disciplined when doing any activity. Now, I am possibly the worst person you could be asking about discipline or for advice being disciplined because I am a very ill-disciplined person. I never did my homework in school. I have never been able to keep to any sort of regular daily fitness routine or you name it. I'm a very unstructured and very incoherent, rambly, chaotic person. But so since that was the prompt, I'm gonna talk about my perspective on how I approach my stuff, right? How I do things. And I don't, so it's based on my personality, based on how I experience the world and how I experience productivity and just challenges and everything. I can't really do the thing where I like wake up every day and have a schedule, how do you pronounce it, and have a timetable and have like a calendar. I still don't really like calendars. I'm trying to face my flinch response to calendars, which I think I inherited from school and homework and all that stuff. But so the way I think about discipline is not at a daily level. I think about it on the scale of, I want to say a lifetime, but maybe realistically decades or years, multiple years, right? I don't know if I can control my behavior day to day. I don't know that. But what I do know is that I can come up with stories, right? Come up with so I guess, yeah, my way of thinking about discipline is, what is it that you want to do and why do you want to do it? And how can you get yourself interested in doing it, excited about doing it? And I wish I could have this conversation with my teenage and my child self, right? Because I would like to have that conversation. I don't know how he would respond. I have questions for him, for my younger self. I can try and come up with the responses. I don't know if I could have challenged my younger self to break out of his patterns of behavior. And if you think about it, it's funny because a lot of people, what they try to achieve with discipline by introducing some kind of discipline is a stable, structured pattern of behavior. And in the absence of discipline, right, in the absence of structure, in the absence of habits and whatnot, it is very normal for most people, I think, to fall into their stable, familiar routines, just ones that they don't like, right? So it's very rare that you meet someone who says, oh, I'm not very disciplined, and then you find out that they're traveling to, I mean, these days there's a pandemic going on right now, but you seldom find out that, oh, 1 month they're mountain climbing, or 1 month they're kind of doing sculptures of some kind. Like, usually people who are kind of ill-disciplined, they tend to fall into familiar, comfortable patterns. They're on their phone a lot, they kind of I mean, but I don't want to be shitting on people. I think people who are struggling have good reasons for why they're struggling, right? Everybody's trying their best. Everybody wants to be living their best life, pretty much. But some people have learned helplessness. Some people have trauma. There's all kinds of reasons why people aren't, kind of flourishing at a wild level. And, right now I'm trying to make a video every day and upload a video every day. And I wouldn't claim that I am trying to be disciplined about it. Because again, I just don't like the word discipline. So maybe you have to substitute some other word here. And maybe the question you want to ask me is, how do you do a lot of stuff, right? And I don't think I need to be quote unquote disciplined to do a lot of stuff. I just need to be excited, and I just need to be curious, and I just need to want to do it. And like, why do I want to do it? I have a story. There must be some compelling story for me that I believe in, that I am following, that I am looking forward to, that makes me want to do stuff. So, right now I have 30,000 Twitter followers, or like 29,200, something like that. And I would like my YouTube subscriber count to exceed my Twitter follower count in a year. Or less than. I mean, I made a bet with some guy for $100. I'm probably going to lose that bet. But, a few months ago, I said in a year, my YouTube account will have more subscribers than Twitter followers. I'm excited about influencing that. I have a video that says make bets on outcomes you can influence. And so, it's exciting to try and see if my prediction was something that is possible and if I can understand reality well enough to describe what is going to happen and then make it happen. And that's power, and I want to feel powerful. It's nice to feel powerful. It's nice to feel, like you're not entirely at the kind of whims of fate and chance, right? It's exciting to be powerful. It's exciting to know what's going to happen before it happens. There's a power in that, and there's a lightness in that. It's just cool, like what would be cool, right? Why do people ask questions about discipline? I think it's because there's some outcome that they want, or it's because, and you can ask why like 5 times. Is it, why do you want to do? I want to be disciplined in my homework so I can do well in school. Why? Because you want to get a good job. Why? Because you want a lot of money. Why? Because you want to impress your friends and family. Why? Because you feel like life is better if you impress your friends and family, and it's worse, and like your parents are disappointed in you and you don't want to upset your parents. Why? Like what? Yeah, eventually when you get to that kind of feeling stuff, it's like what is, then you should ask questions like, what is your relationship with your parents and or your family and or your friends, right? And why is it that your parents want you to do well in school? Like, is it that do they really believe, so is it about earnings potential? Like, do they want you to make a lot of money? Like, why? Is it so that they can show off to their friends? Or is it that they are genuinely kind of worried about your economic security? Why? Is it because they were traumatized in their own life by their own economic anxieties? Why? Like just keep kind of probing, and I mean, you'll never be able to kind of get the full picture. But it's important, I think, that you be honest with yourself about your motivations, as honest as you can be, and then paint a picture for yourself about, so if you're studying really hard because you want to impress your parents, then, you should have a story for yourself about why your relationship with your parents is important to you, right? And for some people, it's just not. I don't know if my relationship with my parents is particularly important to me. I mean, I love them, they're my parents, but we were never super close. Like, I would say my core motivation, I think about how isolated and alienated I felt as a kid. And just by being different, right? Just by being a chess piece on a checkers board, like in life, in my country, in my school, and all those things. And so I'm always thinking about the other kids like myself who are, currently isolated and alone, and I want to help them. I want to reach out to them, and by helping them, I will be healing a part of myself. I would have changed the world a little bit such that where the world did not kind of look out for me, I am the world now looking out for them, right? So something has changed, and that is to me a meaningful existence. It's something that is beautiful to me. And that's what kind of keeps me going, and that's why I make a video every day. I remind myself that I want to connect people, and there's a lot more that goes into it. You should go and watch my video about articulating a vision that's also connected, right? All of these things are connected. But yeah, I am not a disciplined person, and some people may benefit from the practice of seeking out a discipline for its own sake. That doesn't quite match my personality, but if you have any follow-up questions, let me know in the comments. Right, done.